The segment began with a highlight reel of their final weeks before the K-1 visa interview. On screen, Jasmine was seen sobbing in a rainstorm, accusing Matt of being emotionally distant. Matt, in his confessional, looked at the camera and sighed. "She's just doing this for the drama. It's a performance." Back in the studio, the audience gasped as the clip ended. Jasmine's eyes, already rimmed with silver glitter, began to well up. "Matt, seeing that back?" Sean asked, her voice like silk over gravel. "Do you still feel like Jasmine was performing?" Matt didn't answer immediately. He adjusted his blazer, a sharp contrast to his tightening jaw. "I think Jasmine knows exactly where the lenses are," he muttered. "She knows how to be the victim. It's her best role." The explosion. Jasmine snapped. "A role? Matt, I was losing my home. I was leaving my children. How can you sit there and call my soul's agony a performance? Because that's all you are to me now," Matt roared, standing up so abruptly his microphone pack clattered against the sofa. "You're a collection of scenes. I brought you here. I paid for the production of your life, and I'm tired of the script." The set went silent. Even the camera operators seemed to hold their breath. In that one jagged sentence, Matt hadn't just insulted Jasmine. He had commodified her. Analysis. The 3 pillars of Matt's view. When we dissect Matt's outburst, 3 disturbing themes emerge regarding his perception of Jasmine. These aren't just lover's spat comments. They are fundamental shifts in how he views her humanity. 1. Jasmine as a product, not a person. By calling her life a production, and his financial support the funding, Matt revealed that he views Jasmine as an acquisition. To him, the K-1 visa process wasn't a bridge to a life together. It was a purchase order. He feels that because he provided the capital for her move, he owns the rights to her emotions. When she reacts in ways that aren't brand compliant with his vision of a grateful immigrant wife, he views it as a defect in the product. 2. The devaluation of her reality. Throughout the tell-all, Matt consistently used the language of theater. Performance, script, scenes, roles. By framing Jasmine's very real trauma as acting, he creates a psychological shield for himself. If her pain isn't real, he doesn't have to feel guilty for causing it. This is a classic gaslighting technique, invalidating a partner's lived experience by labeling it as a calculated manipulation. 3. The director complex. Matt's anger stemmed from a loss of control. In his mind, he is the director of this narrative. He expected Jasmine to follow a specific arc. Act I. The beautiful girl in a foreign land. Act II. The grateful fiancé saved from her circumstances. Act II. The quiet, compliant wife in suburban America. When Jasmine deviated from the script by having her own opinions, her own outbursts, and her own demands for emotional intimacy, Matt's director persona felt threatened. His outburst was the sound of a man realizing his lead actress has her own agency. The reaction. The cast weighs in. The beauty of the tell-all is the Greek Taurus of the other couples. "Bro, that's cold," Big Ed chimed in from the monitor, surprisingly being the voice of reason for once. "You can't talk to your lady like she's a line item on a budget." Yara, sitting across from them, shook her head. "Matt, you think you are king because you sign papers. But you're just a lonely man who bought a ticket to a movie he doesn't even understand." Jasmine, meanwhile, had moved past sobbing. She sat tall, her face a mask of cold, hard realization. "You don't see me," she whispered, her voice cutting through Matt's heavy breathing. "You see a screen where you project your own insecurities. You didn't fall in love with Jasmine. You fell in love with the idea of owning something beautiful that you could turn off with a remote control." The aftermath. What happens when the cameras stop? The outburst lasted only 90 seconds, but it redefined their entire relationship for the viewers. For 3 seasons, fans debated whether Jasmine was too much or if Matt was too quiet. The tell-all provided the answer. Matt's silence wasn't stoicism. It was a simmering resentment that he couldn't fully edit Jasmine into the person he wanted her to be. As the cameras cut to a break, Matt walked off stage, refusing to look at his fiancée. Jasmine stayed seated, staring into the bright studio lights. The tragedy of Matt's view is that it is a self-fulfilling prophecy. By treating Jasmine like a fictional character, he ensures that a real relationship, one built on mutual respect and messy, unscripted humanity, can never exist. He wants a masterpiece he can hang on his wall. She wants a partner who will walk through the mud with her.